Yo, how's everybody doing today? We are going to be reacting to the box score and giving the initial thoughts about Luka's debut. Oh my god. So, the Lakers ended up winning the game against the Jazz. Obviously, the Jazz suck. 132 to 113, okay? Great game. Great game. But not necessarily just from Luka. I mean, Luka, it went about as well as you wanted it to with him coming off injury and with him having limited minutes. He was restricted to a maximum of 30 minutes and he only played 24. In those minutes he had 14 points, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And when he was on the court with LeBron James at the same time, throughout the first half, he had a 146 offensive rating. That duo did, and then when they shared the court throughout the entirety of the game, they had 139 offensive rating, which means they would have scored 139 times per 100 possessions. What does that mean? The Cavs, I believe, are at 127 or 129, and they're the top offense in the league as far as offensive rating. And the Lakers blew that out of the water with the time that Luka and LeBron shared the court. Why were they so good, you ask? So it's just a compounding amount of factors, right? So for them, they started out the game just feeling each other out. Pause. The entire team was kind of just feeling the offense out, basically. Luka and LeBron were basically spamming the double Y button because they were throwing lobs all over the place to Jackson Hayes. That's basically all they were spamming at the beginning of the game, and they were just having fun with it. They did minimal effort because Luka, he was kind of recovering from injury and whatever you think it might be, like taking a water break during a free throw, like blah blah blah. It didn't. You didn't see that it was like, okay, they were really taking this game seriously, but they were still great during the minutes that they played together. And other reasons why, I mean, when Luka had the ball, and here's why this is so crucial, right? That Luka is on this team now in this offense, because Luka was, even in his limited form, distracting so much attention at the point of attack that it seemed like whenever he had the ball, maybe it was up high, up top, on the weak side or on the corner, there was multiple people open. It's because even though they weren't doubling him, he was getting a lot of attention from the point of attack defender. That person was coming up, then the people in the back on the weak side were sliding closer to the basket and closer to his direction, leaving the people who were in the corner open, basically wide open. You would see 2 to 3 people open, just because they were giving Luka that much respect as far as what he could do. If it meant maybe a blow by, if it meant maybe a crafty way to get himself to the rim or closer to the rim, it was actually very interesting to see, because it shows you a mini version of what we could be getting. We have multiple actions now, and that's talking about even just like there were times when this was the case when Luka was just on the floor and without LeBron. You put LeBron into the mix, it's over. And that's why their offensive rating was so good when they were together on the floor. And then when think about when a high stakes playoff scenario comes out, or a more competitive game at the very least than the Jazz. What's going to happen is Luka is going to get doubled. It's just going to happen. It happens all the time, in the Mavs offense especially. Luka is going to get doubled. You can't double Luka and then also double LeBron. And even if you managed, you double Luka, and you somehow also double LeBron with some really fast rotations, what's going to happen? Someone else is going to be wide open. Austin Reeves is going to be wide open, who's been hooping lately. He is officially broken out. I don't want to hear shit about Austin Reeves ever again, at least for the rest of the duration of this year, because what he's done has been incredible. So, what do you have to do if you can't double either of them? Or both of them? Play straight one-on-one man. Can you do that against Luka? Maybe when he's like slow or recovering from injury still. Maybe when he hasn't really gotten into the swing of things yet. But can you also do that to LeBron? You can't play LeBron 1-on-1. When he gets downhill, it's over for you. Maybe you have to play zone now. Oh, go ahead, play zone. Luka and LeBron, though, no matter what zone you play, are going to dice that shit up because of their passing prowess. What do you do? What do you do? And we saw just very, very small glimpses of flashes of brilliance because, like, the majority of the time, Luka wasn't playing that game. So, yeah, that's just my take on it. Other than that, Jackson Hayes played great, too. 12 points. Only 2 rebounds, 2 assists. But his impact was felt a lot more. Jackson Hayes, you've stepped up to the plate, buddy. I'm very, very, very as happy about that as a Lakers fan. His rim protection is great. His mobility is great. Only thing lacks to be desired is as a starting center, you just can't have a 2-rebound game. You just can't. So he needs to work on that. He's gonna struggle versus the stronger, bigger, heavier bigs. I just don't want him to struggle because he fails to effectively box out sometimes. And so when it comes to that, the rebounding is going to hurt and he's going to get tired. And I just fear for the minutes without Jackson Hayes because we've been starting Dorian Finney-Smith, or not starting, but we've been rolling out Dorian Finney-Smith or Vanderbilt as a small ball 5, which I don't love. It's going to work sometimes for the majority of the time, but when we go up against a premier center, it's going to hurt us. So I hope that we just signed Alex Len. He's going to play 5 minutes a game. I don't think it was the right decision. I think that we need somebody else who's better. I'm sorry. I don't know. We waived Christian Wood for for Alex Len. I'm all over the place. My bad. It just doesn't move me. I think we need another move. Oh my God. The other thing about that game, Jordan freaking Goodwin, who we just got up off a 2-way contract, 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 assist. He was hustling in 22 minutes. Man, convert him right now. He played for the Suns last year. He's kind of that type of player. He's gonna hustle a ton, and he's gonna provoke, basically annoy the other side, the other team on the other side. And so for him, for him to be on our team for free, basically, we need to convert him ASAP because we're gonna need his effort during playoffs. He's gonna be the perfect kind of 2-guard depth piece that we'll need, and he can guard 1 through 3 as well. So I definitely love that Jordan Goodwin had such a great game. Need to cut a Markieff Morris or a Cam Reddish to make room for Jordan Goodwin because we just can't sit on our hands when it comes to that. He needs to be in the playoffs for us playing significant minutes. Other than that, where do the Lakers go from here besides getting another quality backup center? Nowhere, because it was everything that we wanted to see, and I'm glad that we got to see it in Luka's debut. And LeBron, he's seeming fully ready to get Luka for them to play around Luka and not the other way around. He said, "Luka, fit the hell out. Don't fit in." Great leadership from LeBron and great relinquishment of some of that control that LeBron's had for so long for the Lakers. And AD was never ready to do so. It was always a transitionary year in which AD was going to get the torch passed over to him. Luka being here for fucking 3 days, literally seemed ready to take on that responsibility and not seem arrogant about it. So it was great to see. Let me know what y'all thought. Follow me or subscribe if you enjoyed, and drop a like, and follow me on all socials in the description. Peace.